So how big a scare was that for you in the box?
Yeah, it's pretty tight, wasn't it? It's pretty tight. But I think it belies the general play dominance and entry dominance. All credit to them. They're a very young team. I think when Prestia, Bernal, Ablett, Swallow, to name a couple, and May and those sort of guys, pretty impressive effort by them. As much as we know they're super talented list, there's still a number of babies out there. I thought their senior players like Richard and that led them pretty well. So, but accuracy, what were they at one stage? Like 5-1, 7-3 or something. Is that correct? So, but I thought they won the third quarter. But I thought the other three quarters we probably dominated entry and general play. But couldn't quite capitalise. It was a difficult day. They had numbers back. And normally could man that up a bit better, but we're just a bit worried about the counter punch in the wet because of the accuracy thing. So it made it a bit harder than it should have been, but thrilled with our character in the last quarter. At the end of the day, we turn at the break 10-1. We get a week off to gather ourselves. They have 5 days of R&R or whatever it is, and come back pretty invigorated about the second half of the year.
Do you think the players were totally switched on, of course, with the break next week? How do you think it was playing on their subconscious at all? Or?
Well, I can claim some things, but I can't claim to read minds. So I really don't know what they're thinking. I can only judge on their action. As I said, I thought we were hard enough. I thought we pressured enough. I thought we spread the ball, probably over-finessed a little bit in the conditions. I thought we had double the amount of entries, double the amount of shots. So I don't think they weren't switched on. I mean, Rodney is a very good coach, and he's very good at sort of, trying to equal things up when his team's an underdog. And I thought he did that pretty well today and challenged our guys to think a bit and work their way through. It's really hard in the wet and greasy numbers back on you to thread the ball and that. So, and if you just want to man it up, you get pretty vulnerable at the other end. So it's a little bit of a balancing act. But I thought, to their credit, they were super. But to our guys, I thought our effort, to answer your question though, based on the actions I saw, by the third quarter lapsed a bit without a bit of ground position. I thought we worked hard, we were hard enough, we had plenty of ball, we had plenty of entries. But Andrew Island, who's a great Swans man and great football person, he talks about accuracy is the most underrated stat in football. So I think you'd look at that today. But in fairness, they did force us a bit longer and wider than we should have been. Do you know what I mean? Does it make sense?
Yeah. But 10-1 at the bye, obviously, before the season started, that'd be above expectations, or to be in that position.
Yeah, I never set win and loss. Try and play our best footy. So we've got plenty of improvement in us. There's no doubt about that. And you're going to need to improve. In my view, we're all chasing Hawthorn still. Their percentage tells you, and their scoring and their player availability just tells you. And I think they've had 3 lapses that have maybe cost them 3 games. So they could easily be 1 loss. And I still think they're the best team in the competition. We're all chasing them. But fortunately, we've made the most of our opportunities. It gives us a bit of breathing space. And again, we're going to have to get going again. I think we've got Collingwood post to buy. A really big challenge, but one we're excited about. We walk away with some frustrations today, but that would have been greater if the scare had to come true and we had a loss, but it didn't. So,
Ross, you've had a few sort of wet or slippery, slogging sort of games.
Yeah.
Are the boys tired, and is the bye coming at a good time?
No, we had a great week on the track. There's certainly 3 games in a row that have been slippery or wet. There's a bit more collision in them, and we used to be. We used to be a very good wet weather team. We have changed their style of play, so maybe that's affecting us a little bit, but we're going to have to find the formula a little bit better than we did today.
Just also on the wet, you look to have gone a little bit taller in attack this year.
Have
your tall forwards been an issue in the wet the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think it'd be fair to say. We are a taller front half this year. The legitimate third, Chris Mayne, used to be our third tall, so then when Clark or Hanneth goes in the ruck, Sandland's off, it was really just Mayne and Pavlich. So, but now we are tall, aren't we? Hanneth, Taberner, and really Matthew's been subbed out a couple of times. So look, it's something we'll have to look at, but I think if you're good enough, we just work our way through. I thought when Fife went forward, he really impacted after half time. So I think our forwards have just got to get a bit better at winning some of their own ball.
Can you just comment on all of your inclusions that we haven't seen much? Mzungu, Alex Pearce and Hannah?
Not particularly. I'm not here to do individual assessment. I'm happy to talk about the team. I think it'd be unfair. I'm not great judging all the individuals. I think you saw the game. I'm happy to, you proffer your opinion forward. I think I need to gather all the facts before I shoot from the hip. But I don't think anyone was terrible. I don't think anyone was great. Do you know what I mean? It was just a thereabouts game by a lot of people.
How do you spend the break now, Ross? Do you give the boys a few days off when you get back?
Yeah, I said they got 5 days R&R. I think I said that earlier, which is fine. I mean, I do mumble a bit and it's hard to catch everything, so that's okay. We love to give them a break. They've earned it. We trust them. Go away, enjoy yourself. No, I don't want it to be 2 hours. So they know that, I know that. But represent your club in the way we expect and see you fresh and fit and ready to go.
Was that generally a step forward from last week then, do you think, Ross?
Oh, we love winning, so we'll take 4 points over the 0. Yeah, I reckon.
What do you reckon the inaccuracy was down to? Is that goal pitch pressure was one of those kind of days?
Yeah, look, I'd have to review them, but we spoke about there were some shallow marks, some wide marks, so probably needed a bit more penetration. I don't think we missed too many sitters. So all credit to their defence, really. Thanks, guys.